every creator wants a do-over chance if they actually messed up on a release that actually came out, they promoted it, and it actually flopped, right? I understand the disappointment that you may be going through because of the mistakes that you made, or the reception wasn't received well because some people on your staff screwed up, if you're lucky enough to have a staff, or it's just, just lack of information that you had. But we got a problem because we spent a lot of money and we need to salvage what we spent our money on. We can't just let it go down the drain. And I know you won't want to do that. So I got a solution for you. Even though you might feel this is going to be tough by reading the title, it's not, I'm telling you, but we got to put in some work right now. Because are you really going to let time and money go out of the window? Or are you going to fix this thing so we can move across the finish line together? So come with me on this journey, Music Money Makers, and let's jump into the Music Money Makeover show. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Music Money Makeover show. My name is Casey Graham. Let's hop right in. So what we're gonna do is remix this project. So let's talk about it. We wanna keep the top song that won. This is how you build a remix project and stop this flop and turn it into a win. You wanna keep the winning flagship song. This is like an anchor store coming to a neighborhood that needs growth. The record that worked will allow the rest of our strategy to take off. We take the album, we strip the single out, which is probably the one that did well before the album came out and nobody cared to listen, which is usually what's happening in today's day and age because people are so stuck on social media that people don't transfer them over to Spotify to listen. That takes a lot of marketing work to make that happen. And this is probably where you drop the ball. So if you drop the ball there and people didn't hear it, chances are you might not need to do this. But if people did hear it and they said it sucked, you probably need to do this right here. Now, we want to remix the songs that did all right. You don't want to remix everything. You only want to remix the songs that did okay and give them a boost in quality and a fresh feel. You can also remix the original single and put it at the end of the project if you want to, depending on how good the songs are that you remix. Like if you hear it, it's like, yo, it's going to be fire. But you can also take the original single that did well, put it right back at the top. This is a waterfalling method, and we're going to talk about a different one coming up in a minute. And then put the remix songs right beneath that, creating a new project, okay? Now, we want to add a blazing hot new song to the group. Next, you'll want to add a hot new single to the mix and place it after the flagship record on the project. So we got the single that worked, that's in its original state. We got the newest of new, hot, super hot, blazing hot single right beneath it. And then we have the remix records right beneath that. All right, this is going to give you some life. Now we want to repackage this whole thing, repackage everything and call it a new album, EP, whatever. All right, now this has to be done very quickly. So warning on this, because it only was out. It just came out. You got 90 days worth of data. You saw what was happening. Things weren't working. The promotional materials you made just were not resonating. So we got to reboot this thing. All right. So you may have another 6 months to get it back out. So it's still fresh in people's minds. That's 9 months of total time. You have it out for 3 months. You check the data. It didn't do well. You remix it in the next 6 months. You build up a new project. You re-put it out at the end of that 6 months or even earlier if you can, which I believe you can do it quicker than 6 months. All right. And then you can now pick the steam back up. Now, what if I can't get a producer to remix? Screw the remixes and make new songs, okay? But I'm gonna suggest this, or you can go on BeatStars, find a matching BPM to your record and match it up to your session. And then voila, you got a remix. See what I'm saying? Just like that. Maybe nudge some vocals here and there so they fit in the track. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. Now, should I just waterfall a second single instead? You can, but that would mean a riskier bet on the next single being amazing, meaning you take the new single and you put it on the previous single right here, and you only got 2 records on one, like a maxi single, right? But that would mean that the next record that you put out has to be super blazing hot to pick up what didn't work. You see what I mean? So this is why you want to make sure you have all your ducks in a row before you put a project out, right? You want to make sure you do that. Now, you can do this even if the project did well. Let's be clear, just because it flopped doesn't mean that, oh, this is the only reason why you're going to do this. You can do this if the project did well, if you want to stretch the life of that project while you're working on a new one all day long. You get what I'm saying? So should this be a full album or EP? Make it an EP because we're only using pieces that work from the album. We ain't got to do all that stressing to create a full-length album. We just need to remix some of these songs and keep people engaged. You get what I'm saying? So if you're a music producer, a singer, songwriter, artist, or a new music exec who who wants to build that record and publishing company to support all these projects that we keep putting out, then you can get this done in 60 days or less without searching all over the internet for all the how-tos, broken links, and misinformation. And we're going to build a strong LLC foundation so we can hold all this intellectual property that you're creating here, can hold all this cash flow and money so we can handle our taxes right. You're going to learn how to play the game via contract so you're not getting lost in the sauce out here. And on top of that, you'll be able to collect all your international and domestic record and publishing royalties without the middleman taking 15% of that money. All the stuff you see in the bottom right hand corner is included. Click the link down below to get started today. But if it's your first time watching the channel, grab 10 major steps to increase your record label's profit. A free split sheet is included with the download. Now, remixing a dead album puts more songs in your catalog, further increasing your catalog value and gives you more life in the game. That's the whole point. But not remixing a flopped album puts more pressure on you to get it done right the next time. This causes your career momentum to slow down tremendously, which makes the next project take more thrust and effort to release. And I'm not saying that you can say, screw the remix album, we'll get it right on the next go around. You can. It's just that the momentum drops. People ain't really listening to the crap that you put out before. And we got to wait till we get it right the next time, which we don't know how long it's going to take because we got to get a bunch of new songs going. Remixing allows us to not wait on new songs, repackage what kind of worked, get the dust and stuff, fell on the floor, get the dust and stuff off, and get rid of the pieces of the chicken that got dirt and stuff on it from falling off the grill. And then we'll keep the ones that was okay and we'll repackage it. You see what I'm saying? So we want to remix that dead album to give us time to work on a new one. You get what I'm saying? So if you were struggling with that flopped EP, album, single, or whatever it is, you now have some means to change this thing around and turn it into something that can generate revenue for you so we can fix what happened and we can be on our merry way to music stardom or owning a great catalog or whatever it is you're trying to do with your music. Music money makers, if you make music, you should always make money. Log on to musicmoneymakeover.com, jump into the 60-day record label course, book a call on musicmoneymakeover.com, grab the free stuff right down beneath this video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.